is survival of the fittest. This is do or die. And welcome to the post show. It never gets old, CJ. You singing the intro. All right. Well, welcome to the Fantasy Football Fanatics post show, YouTube exclusive. And today we are wrapping up our DC Comics versus Marvel Comics debate, talking fielding football teams. We went all offense, or all good guys, heroes for the offense. Now we're going all villains for the defensive side. So should we recap our teams very quickly? Because you said you even wanted to tweak a thing or two, Jason. So
I definitely want to tweak mine. So let's recap yours first, unless you're making some changes, and then I'll go ahead and do my changes.
All right, to recap our previous video, which you should still go back and watch. We don't want to ruin it, but really fast. My head coach is Batman. My offensive coordinator is Robin, Tim Drake. We talked about the repertoire, and obviously they're both incredibly smart. Quarterback was Wonder Woman for precision reasons. Running back Superman, Barry West and Wally West, or Barry Allen and Wally West were my wide receivers, two Flashes. Shazam or Captain Marvel, depending on how you know him, as my tight end. Left tackle, Martian Manhunter. Power Girl was my left guard. Orion was my center. Aquaman was my right guard. Supergirl, my right tackle. So that was my offense.
I like it.
Boom.
All right, so I have made some changes to my team, as I said. Nick Fury is still my head coach. However, I have changed my offensive coordinator, which is kind of funny because we were talking about this right before the show, and I got flack from CJ. And
CJ did not approve.
I had already made a change.
Yeah.
He did not approve. And little did he know, I had already made a change.
Okay.
So Black Widow is now my offensive coordinator.
I like
it. As I said, I lean towards strategy more than straight up intellect. My new quarterback is Captain America.
There we go. That's smart thinking right there.
Good call, CJ.
So if this was Ultimate Frisbee, that'd be a good choice. So just saying.
Oh, you troll. You shut up.
You know
Shut
what?
up and wait your turn.
You got a guy who's strong enough to sling that ball, and he does have deadly accuracy. So I like it. Running back remains the Hulk. My receivers are actually Quicksilver, and I changed one of my wide receivers because the thing with the Marvel Universe is we don't have a lot of speedsters over in the Marvel Universe. I mean, in the DC Universe is lousy with them. But we do have one, a guy named Makari, also known as Mercury or Hurricane.
Yep.
He's an Eternal, and he is basically, Eternals are very well-rounded characters, but he is focused solely on being the fastest being in the universe. So he's extremely fast in the Marvel Universe, so I moved him to wide receiver. I changed my offensive line dramatically. At left tackle, I have Thor. At left guard, I have Scar, the son of Hulk. At center, I have Hercules. At right guard, I have Red Hulk. And at right tackle, I actually debated back and forth between Thing, but I decided not to go with Thing. I went with Blue Marvel. Blue Marvel is one of the strongest men in the Marvel Universe. Extremely powerful. He once smashed a planet with one punch. So very good, stout offensive line I think I put together. And I changed my tight end. I now use Gladiator as my tight end. He has gone toe-to-toe with the Hulk on many occasions and gotten the better of him several times. Extremely strong, very dangerous. So that is my new offense.
Kudos to you, Jason.
I like it. All right, so moving now to the defensive side where we're focusing on all villains.
How are you going to defeat that, Griffin? How are you going to be able to combat against that?
To say I'm not even a little bit concerned would be an understatement. So,
you just overconfident. Thank you.
If you had read some of these DC comics from villains, I'm going to reference. I doubt all of our listeners are even going to know some of these guys I'm going to name, but yeah, it's going to be fun. So Jason, we want to start from the top. You want to start defensive coordinators and then go. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll do what we did. We'll do what we did last time, where we start from the top and work our way through the defense. So we'll start with defensive coordinator, and let's start with you since I went last.
All right. Well, my defensive coordinator, I feel, should be relatively obvious. I had a debate between two people, but in the end, I went with a guy who has consumed whole planets for their knowledge alone, and that is the one, the only Brainiac. I mean, Nobody knows more than Brainiac. Yes, genius level intellects combined are able to sometimes come up with a scheme that might catch him a little bit off guard, and then it takes all the firepower that the Justice League has to try and get rid of him. So I had to go with that guy who knows everything, sees everything, can process all the data in a nanosecond, and probably relay it pretty accurately. So there's not a smarter villain out there to me than Brainiac. It was between him and Lex Luthor, but just the raw amount of data and knowledge that Brainiac had gave him the edge for me. And his processing speed.
Yeah, I kind of expected you to go Luthor in that one, so I'm kind of shocked.
I actually like that you took the Patriots approach and went Brainiac because it absorbs information.
Oh yeah, the data consumption through any means necessary.
I like that.
Yeah,
we're gonna be watching you like a hawk.
Yep.
Yes.
He's got drones everywhere.
Everywhere.
Good God. All right. Again, I like to go for strategy. So I went back and forth. I almost picked Dr. Doom, but I decided against Dr. Doom, and I went with the Red Skull. I feel like the Red Skull would be more prone to call more blitzes, and I like a blitzing defense. So I go with Blitzkrieg. Hello, World War II. So I went with Red Skull.
Okay.
CJ, you want to tell us who you think has the edge thus far?
I think I'm gonna have to give you the edge on that because I'm thinking about Red Skull on the same team with Captain America. I don't think he's gonna be able to focus on running the defense. I think he's gonna be trying to kill Captain America, your quarterback, the whole time.
Well, come on, look who the running back is on Griffin's team. It's Superman. How is Brainiac going to be able to not attack Superman?
Yeah, I've got like 3 Kryptonians on my offense, so.
Man, I don't know about that Red Skull thing. It's kind of wearing me off a little bit, but yeah, I got to get Griffin the edge of there, man.
All right. Now I ask you, Jason. I did this as a 3-4 defense. Did you? How'd you do?
You guys are doing the defenses too.
Yeah.
I actually built mine in exactly the same way. I also have a 3-4.
All right. Well, do you want to go first? Since I went first with defense coordinator, who's your? Let's start on the defensive line.
Defensive end, rather.
Yep.
Thanos is my defensive end.
All right. Say why, or everyone knows Thanos. So
explain why.
Okay, that's
fair.
Have
to explain why.
I'm gonna have to
toe to toe with the Hulk all the time. Is one of the most powerful beings in all of Marvel universe. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So all right. So my defensive end was the Anti-Monitor. So if anyone knows the Anti-Monitor, he was the main villain, one of the main villains from Final Crisis, and he has the single highest death toll out of, you could probably you really could combine every other villain in DC Comics together, and they wouldn't even come close. The Anti-Monitor has destroyed multiple universes from existence and killed all the billions and trillions of life forms throughout it. So he is incredibly powerful. He's basically raw energy, and nobody can actually really stand toe-to-toe with him. He is an all-powerful being. So I think he would make a nice immovable object to start on my defensive line. I mean, literally just destroying universes. So I'm not too worried about someone being able to move him. With that, I guess we'll move inside to my nose tackle, where I went with Darkseid. Kind of with your reasoning with Thanos. I don't have to really say too much. Darkseid, he's a god, so should be pretty hard to get around. Just putting it out there. Incredible strength and very impossible to move. So, yep, Darkseid.
Okay. I like it. For my defensive tackle, I went with Juggernaut.
Okay.
Start moving. No, nothing's going to stop him from moving once he starts. I like that up the middle. Kind of, put a little pressure on your quarterback. Yeah. So,
all right.
There you go. Juggernaut.
Juggernaut.
That Amazon thing you got going on there.
I'm the Juggernaut, baby. All right, you're up.
All right, so defensive end, we'll kick back out to the other defensive end. This is going to be the blind side guy, and I went with Apocalypse. I think he's definitely one of the stronger characters in all of Marvel. He's taken on the entire X-Men single-handedly multiple times. Extremely strong, actually a lot faster than he seems. So I like the sneaky speed and the obvious strength of Apocalypse at that right defensive end.
All right.
Like it.
For
Like
mine, I went with one, which tell me if you've heard of this guy before, Empirix Prime.
Never heard of him.
No, nothing about him. Jason, do you know who that is?
Say I missed it. All I heard was Prime. Say it again.
Empirix Prime.
Oh, Empirix Prime. No, I'm not.
He is basically pure energy. He has the power of the Big Bang. He can create and destroy entire galaxies with a thought. He's so powerful. And he's required every single villain and hero to come together to even remotely try and slow him down. He's so powerful. So, and literally across the entire universe. Huh?
And he has a marvelous singing voice.
Marvelous singing voice, yes. He absolutely does. Entrancing, they would say.
I'm sorry, keep moving.
And he killed, just without even really any effort, he's just walked through and killed all of these super all-powerful heroes and villains that I've already listed and more that I'm going to list. I mean, he literally raw power. They could only kill him by throwing him into time, into the Big Bang itself, and kind of reversing his creation. He's unstoppable. So, Empirix Prime.
Is this a physically powerful
yes.
character, or is this just
no,
raw power?
He's a large, imposing figure that nothing will be able to move even a little bit.
Gotcha.
He's not like just floating energy in the air. No, he's an actual like villain. So
well, I didn't think that. That would be stupid.
Well, I had said he's raw power. I didn't want you to think he's like an electrical current somewhere. So
gotcha.
All right. Does that mean I'm up? Yeah, because all right. So moving to the linebacking core, I'm gonna start with my left outside linebacker, which I went with Doomsday. I mean, obviously, super powerful. He can go toe to toe with a Kryptonian and win. So I figured he's a good blend of strength, size, and speed to be a nice outside edge and cover guys in the flat. So I went with Doomsday. Should be pretty hard to get around.
Okay. My outside linebacker left side right now is Rhino. He is very fast, very strong, can wreak havoc, and that also can help with he's fast enough to be able to help with tackles pretty much all over the field.
All right. Moving to inside linebacker, who you got?
My inside linebacker on the left side is Abomination, almost as strong as the Hulk. He's going to be able to stop that run. He's also very fast. He's going to be able to get all over the field.
I like it. My left inside linebacker is Amazo. He can copy the power of anyone on the field, and actually, he can copy the powers of everyone on the field and use them all at the same time. Well, in some incarnations, he has to activate one at a time, but he can do them all. Cool. So, I mean, he'll be the strongest, fastest guy on the field. So, Amazo at linebacker, covering everything from pass catchers to slamming running backs coming down the middle. So, boom.
Cool.
My right inside linebacker on the other side is Trigon. Again, he is a god of the underworld. He is all-powerful. He is a massive demon. He can change his size, too. So I guess if someone's trying to pass the ball past him, he can just get bigger and block it. So, and he's basically an immovable object. So I went with Trigon as one of my inside linebackers.
Okay. All right, we're going with well, I guess it is the DC universe. You're getting a lot of these god-type figures, and they're more physical guys.
It's not looking good. It's not looking good, Jason.
Yeah. Ooh, right. Rhino. I'm so scared of Rhino.
We have more
calm down.
Villains.
Calm down.
All right. Inside linebacker, right inside linebacker for me is going to be Ronan.
Okay.
Super strong.
Roman Reigns?
No.
Wow.
Not the Roman Empire. Ronan the Accuser. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Super strong. Someone who can challenge Thanos, not necessarily successfully, but he is very strong and very fast and move around the entire field. So there you go, Ronan. Moving on. My outside linebacker on the right side, on again that blind side, I'm going to have a nice pass rush on that right side with Apocalypse at defensive end. And my outside linebacker will be Hyperion.
Okay.
Hyperion is a member of the Squadron Supreme. He is basically what would happen if Superman was a bad guy. He's got pretty much all the powers of Superman within the Marvel universe. Very, very super fast, and obviously extremely strong.
Yes. My right outside linebacker, backing up Empiric's Prime, which I don't think he needs any backup, but he's getting it, is Black Adam. Black Adam, he has the speed of the gods, the strength of the gods. He also possesses magical abilities, so he can affect people on that level as well. He can charge his fist with electricity, which has a magical property of sorts. So, speed, strength, overall athleticism, Black Adam on the right side. So, now moving into the secondary, my left cornerback is Professor Zoom. Obviously, super speedster, can be all around the field in faster than you can think. So, you bring the speedsters, because I got one too, and he's going to be covering them. So, Zoom, he is my left corner.
Okay, cool. Again, not a lot of speedsters in the Marvel universe, but that's okay. I did find one. Guy goes by the name of Speed Demon. Speed Demon is also a member of the Squadron Supreme. Extremely fast. He actually alters time around his body, which is how he can move so fast.
Yep. All right.
Speed Demon. Only guy really, only villain really that could have any chance of keeping up with Flash.
I've got 2 flashes though. Haha.
Right.
Moving to what? Free safety, strong safety. Where are you going?
My next. Oh, I guess I am moving to that one. You know what? I'll do the other corner.
Okay.
The other corner for me is going to be Green Goblin. Very fast. He's not obviously fast enough to keep up with Flash. However, very strong, and he can bump on the line. Very smart, kind of a wily guy to move all over the field. So, Green Goblin for me.
Green Goblin.
Green Goblin. Wow.
That's
a wild card.
He's got to cover one of my flashes or my Shazam or come down. Okay.
Now,
well,
we'll be
running a zone. I mean, I don't have the speedsters to try to keep up. If I try to go speed for speed with you, there's no way, because freaking DC Universe. Like I said earlier, you could throw a rock and hit a DC speedster. So there's just not a lot of speedsters in Marvel.
There's no bombs allowed on the field, right? This is just clearly.
This is physical attributes.
It's purely physical.
Yes. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't get it, but okay. Green Goblin.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm sorry, I forgot you guys don't know a lot about the Marvel universe.
I know he's physically
Green
enhanced.
I know.
Green Goblin is one of those physically strong, one of the more stronger guys as far as villains go.
I know.
I didn't know it. I don't know. Okay.
Just matching them up.
Look, I know he's physically enhanced, but I didn't.
To Norman Osborn.
All right. Well, okay. Whatever. We'll move past it. My right cornerback is the Reverse Flash. So again, I've got two super incredibly fast speedsters that can blanket the sides of the field and actually run from one side to the other and back in the time it would take someone like Green Goblin to think. So yeah, all right. Moving inside, my free safety is Superboy Prime, who's so powerful.
Oh, wow.
He is able to, obviously, he has all the powers of the Kryptonian, so he can be as fast as times as the Flash is, and he has all the strength of a Kryptonian, and maybe even then some, because he uses rays that allow him to absorb extra radiation, so he's just incredibly powerful, and if you read the comics, yeah, he kills other Kryptonians with his bare hands. Well, he doesn't kill them, but he leads the things that kills them. Regardless, read the comics. I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, incredibly powerful Kryptonian, Superboy Prime.
Cool. And?
You're up, buddy.
Am I up? Did you do 2?
I did my Reverse Flash on the outside corner, and then I went free safety.
Oh, you did.
Yep.
You did. I'm sorry. Okay, so now I'll do my safeties. At strong safety, I got Carnage.
Okay.
Very strong, obviously. The strongest of the symbiotes, and he's much stronger than Spider-Man, so he can definitely do some tackling. Also pretty quick. And then at free safety, I've got Ultron. Again, toe-to-toe with the Hulk several times. Mm-hmm. Very strong, extremely fast, and obviously very, very smart. So you've got an extremely intelligent, dangerous secondary. They're not as fast as the receivers. However, they can play a very scary zone.
Okay. And my strong safety, because I gave my free safety, will be General Zod. Same principle as Superboy Prime. Kryptonian, so incredibly fast, incredibly strong, and arguably the best reflexes out of any of the Kryptonians. So good, strong safety come down and just annihilate somebody coming down the middle. So yeah. So with those two teams, let's run them down again. I'll go first. Defensive coordinator, Brainiac. My defensive end, Anti-Monitor. My nose tackle, Darkseid. My defensive tackle, Empirix Prime. My outside linebacker, Doomsday. Inside linebackers, Amazo and Trigon. Other outside linebacker, Black Adam. Left corner, Zoom. Free safety, Superboy Prime. Strong safety, General Zod. Right corner, Reverse Flash. Your guys.
All right. Defensive coordinator, Red Skull. Defensive end, Thanos. Defensive tackle, Juggernaut. Defensive end, Apocalypse. Outside linebacker, Rhino. Inside linebacker, Abomination. Inside linebacker, Ronin. Outside linebacker, Hyperion. Cornerback, Speed Demon. Other corner is Green Goblin. Strong safety is Carnage. And free safety, Ultron.
All right. So those are our teams. Just because you're here, CJ, you wanna weigh in?
Wowzers. Jason, I just want to let you know my heart really wants to go to the team. It really does, like everything within me. But God, man, that DC defense is ridiculous. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, man. So yeah, I gotta go with Griffin's team on the defense.
Yes.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you didn't put Vision on that defense. I think Vision would have been a nice piece.
Vision
there.
is a hero.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. I'm the offense. I'm sorry. I was thinking about that as you were describing the offense. I was like, oh man, what about Vision? Vision would have been nice out there, right? But anyway, all right. But
I'm happy with my offense. I got a good offense.
This was fun.
I like my offense. That's for sure.
This is the thing. This is the thing you got to remember, guys. Okay, and talking to all the readers, and one of the reasons I am a Marvel fan is these characters in the Marvel universe. They're not gods, you know, and DC is obsessed with gods. Like every other character is a god of some kind. Whereas in Marvel, you've got basic people that have been changed, and they have to kind of live with the way that they've been changed. You look at the villains, and they're the same kind of thing. They're basic people that have changed, and they have to figure out how to live their life. And you got like X-Men who are mutants and things like that. So that's why I find Marvel more intriguing than DC for my tastes. I'm just not into the whole God versus God type of an attitude.
I feel you. I feel you, Jason. It's like, look, people lose their parents all the time. Get over it. Like, don't turn into this dark justice guy, and then you'll just never sleep. Like, come on, move on with your life, guys.
Screw it! I'm going to destroy the entire universe. Jeez, calm down, bro.
I disagree entirely. Marvel's got their fair share of incredibly powerful characters. No, we're not going to get into a whole comic book debate because holy crap, that'll never end, and that's a never-ending war. It is what it is. I'm just saying I have the upside of being able, because DC does everything through a continuity. It's not individual stories, so everything ties in. So they do these big crisis of it.
Same kind of thing.
Yeah, they do now.
Marvel does the same kind of thing.
But they do these big crisis events. You know, the world, the universe, the multiverse is at stake. So I was able to pull some of those key villains from those events. I mean, I wanted to pull...
Well, I also want to say this. I understand what you're saying, and I literally decided not to put some of those characters from Marvel, because we do have titanically powerful beings in Marvel. And we have, like, if you remember the Onslaught series, where Onslaught was in there. He's the guy that I thought about putting on my defense, but I was like, you know what? He's super, super powerful, and he's more like a god than really anything else. So I didn't think it would be very fair.
Maybe your team would be better if you had.
He basically destroyed the entire Avengers all by himself. You know? So, and there's other characters, like when Adam Warlock went evil. I mean, he's super ridiculously powerful with cosmic powers and all this other stuff. So,
yep.
Yeah, I get it. You know, and I will concede that this DC team is more powerful than my team.
Yeah, well, thank you. But as I was getting ready to say, we were limited to abilities of strength and speed and stuff. So I didn't like weigh in with people like Parallax and stuff like that. So, went with the guys that were just raw power, and that was what we were doing. So, yeah, if you guys enjoyed, please like and subscribe, because this is YouTube exclusive, so I can say that down below. And give us a comment. We want to know what you guys think. Who would you guys start? And maybe even tell us if you could do a hybrid team, what would you do? Because that's a whole different debate. But
that is true.
That could be fun. Something else that we could talk about, maybe. I don't know. But, yeah, this is the kind of stuff we're going to be doing. All types of very interesting takes on things.
We should do a Tekken versus Capcom one.
Game. Let's do it. Actually, that's not really fair because Capcom's got all those. I don't know. We'll talk about it later. I'm not getting to it.
Hey,
but,
we'll find a way.
Yeah.
Come on, Stacks guy.
Come on. Yep. So please like, subscribe. Go to the main show, give us a rating, give us a review. We're on iTunes, Twitter, Stitcher, Podcast Addict, YouTube, Facebook. We're everywhere.
Everywhere.
And probably coming to some more platforms. Who knows? We never know. We're always trying to stay kind of fluid. So again, like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Greatly appreciate it. And we will see you guys next week. We're doing these videos, these post shows once a week. So next Thursday. Everyone take care. Oh no, Friday. Everyone take care. Have a great week, whenever you're watching this. Yeah. Well, we're going into the weekend, but they might be watching this until Monday or Tuesday. Who knows? I don't know.
You have a great day.
Have a great day. All right. We're out of here. Bye.
Life in the fast lane, moving at the speed of life, and I can't slow down. Only got a gallon in the gas.
Griffin, you make that more confusing each week. Just say bye. It's week, day. Oh, you might be listening to this while you're washing the dishes. Who cares? Just say bye.
He might be in the basement working out.